Iyo Sky wins the women's world title from Rhea Ripley 6 weeks ahead of WrestleMania last night on Monday Night Raw. Let's talk about it in Match Breakdown.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
All right, so tail of the tape here, and I want you to know that Iyo Sky is listed at 5'1", 119, Rhea Ripley 5'7", 137. She is bigger than 137 pounds, and Iyo Sky is now 3-0 against Rhea Ripley with that victory last night on Raw. Bianca Belair, who's sitting ringside for this because she faces the winner at WrestleMania. Out comes the challenger first, Iyo Sky, then the champion mommy, Rhea Ripley. This match announced by, of course, ring announcer Alicia Taylor, officiated by Jessica Carr. We see a shot of referee Jessica Carr with the women's world title. I do not think they should have two women's world titles the same way I don't think they should have two men's world titles. No, this needs to be the only one. Then you can have one women's mid-card title and your tag team titles, because this is obviously the more prestigious of the two of them. I mean, do we really need participation trophy belts just so everybody can have a belt? That is the antithesis of sports. I know this is entertainment, but it has to give the illusion that the belts mean something. And adding more just dilutes what's already there. It's not a good look. It doesn't work.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
All right, so let's start her out here. Good old-fashioned circle, collar, and elbow tie-up. Now, Iyo shoots the rear waist lock on Rhea, and Rhea, the power game, reverse front shoulder block into the big drop kick. Power moves, goes into the falsie. Heel move going for a pin that quick. Rhea's not a heel. Iyo reverses, which sets up this spot right here. We see Iyo come running in, shoots the fucking waist, goes for a falsie. Now this is our first botch. Rhea shoots Iyo off the ropes. Io's going to come through and go for a crucifix, misses it, recovers nicely with the roll-up. Still a stupid spot, though. And here we go again. This is botch number 2, goes up. Rhea takes two, up. I tripped, but she recovers. Iyo posts right for it. Rhea picks her back up, all to go into the setup for another reversal, of course, because we have to make Iyo look strong. 1, 2, kick out, of course. Big kick to the back of the head of Rhea, and here we go again. Io's outside the ring, gets Rhea just showing the power, smashes her into the ring right in front of Bianca, then does this cradle into a suplex on the floor. Now this patty cake spot is, I always thought this was dumb, especially when you have somebody with this just into the back cracker, which Rhea sold beautifully, but it just looks so dumb to see somebody that big be like, oh, okay, I'll just hold hands and let you overpower me, because that works. It's now time for Stand and Wait Theater with, wait, which one is this Kyrie saying? Asuka. It's Iyo Sky, that's who it is. So 6 seconds Rhea has to stand and wait for her to deliver this drop kick. You're right, Bianca, this match is not great. We know whoever you face at Mania, unless Jade interferes, you're probably going to go over, especially if it's Iyo. So let's skip ahead, shall we? You look bored, and I am too, frankly. Let's go with unbelievable bit of nonsense number 9 million in this match already. Rhea is getting ready to put Iyo in a prism lock, and Iyo somehow uses her power to do this to Rhea Ripley, which is funny. So there we go. So immediately following another stupid sequence, Rhea has Iyo on the apron, the hardest part of the ring if you didn't know, set up for a suplex, and somehow defying all laws of gravity, physics, force, inertia, any other equation you can come up with, Iyo Sky, I swear to God, she ain't 119 pounds. This girl's 100 pounds soaking wet. Manages to reverse the suplex and slam Rhea Ripley down on her fucking arm, because this is very believable for this to happen in such a way like that. So powerful is Iyo Sky. Oh my God, I can't believe the overwhelming strength she has. Rhea, clearly the underdog, has to act in desperation here and hits a big boot on Iyo and goes for the pin. And of course, she cannot pin her, because why would she? And she looks confused, as do most of the fans. And so let's go. We'll set up for the Riptide. Right? Because we'll go for our finisher, because that'll work against this powerhouse, and that gets countered into a fucking DDT.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
So Iyo just continuing her complete domination of this pathetic jobber, Rhea Ripley, lines her up in the corner to imitate one of her pathetic stablemates, Dakota Kai's kick. And here we go. Oh boy, look at this. Isn't that great? Stand and Wait Theater Part 2 featuring Maggle Cole sounding like a moron. So this time, Iyo Sky keeps Rhea Ripley waiting 9 whole fucking seconds to drop an elbow. So after the kick in the corner, so Maggle Cole can say, shades of Dakota Kai and shades of Kairi Sane. Like anybody gives a fuck about damage control, Maggle. Shut the fuck up. Here's the elbow drop. Oh no. And then here's Maggle sounding like an idiot.
Well, you saw that corner kick, shades of Dakota Kai for damage control. And this is shades of Kairi Sane of damage control.
And I don't care.
Iyo hits the typical generic move that all the 100-pound girls hit. Let's go with the Meteora in the corner to Ripley. That's right, here we go. And oh my God, look out, there it comes. So Iyo, Kairi, Asuka was going to go for another stupid stand and wait theater spot, but Rhea reverses it, gets up there, and she's going to set up a desperation power move because we all know the more muscular of the two girls has to be in peril. And here we go, big backdrop. So as I've made perfectly clear here, Rhea, the underdog, the more muscular of the two, the defending champion, is the underdog. So desperation, desperate times calls for desperate measures. So what is she going to do here? She's going to go for the prism lock on the very tiny, diminutive, and these body control moves like this always make me laugh, especially when it's a larger woman and a smaller one. Like Iyo Sky has complete control. Like she's able to walk around wherever she wants, and Rhea is just powerless to stop her. I understand the suspension of disbelief, but this sequence is utterly ridiculous. So Iyo then manages not to get to the ropes, right? So what she does is she just rolls out of the move, and just her tucking her head down and rolling is enough to throw the more muscular, larger woman just like a cannonball into the post to where she falls out of the ring completely, like happens right here. Tell me that's not fucking ridiculous.
You serious?
Super heavyweight Iyo Sky here. Rhea Ripley cannot outmuscle this woman. Iyo Sky just too big, too strong for the tiny Rhea Ripley as she rips her off the apron, the hardest part of the ring, and grabs her and power bombs her right into the fucking barricade, folks.
What? What the fuck?
Stand and Wait Theater Part 3. That's right, folks. It's Askyri Iyo Sane Sky, whatever her name is. She's going to make Rhea wait 8 seconds, and then she's going to hit her moonsaw and go face first into Rhea's ass like she's Buddy Matthews. So Rhea's going to powder. She's outside the ring. Bianca's there staring her down, and they, have their little moment, whatever. But Iyo is just waiting in the ring as Rhea fears it for her life from this heavyweight, just monster, Iyo Sky, who is going to make her wait only 4 seconds this time, so it's not stand and wait theater. But of course, Rhea takes the brunt of this as Sky hits her with her little dive here. Bow! Iyo went back to the apron, tried to pull another move, but Rhea, desperation, picks the heavyweight up and slams her head first into the apron, hardest part of the ring, and then takes her over and smashes her face first into the announce table, barely able to contain the sheer weight of Iyo Sky's massive frame. Both women down on the floor. Referee Jessica Carr administers the 10 count. Rhea manages to get in, but looks at Iyo and Bianca cheering Iyo on, and Iyo manages to beat the 10 count, much to the dismay of Rhea Bloody Ripley, who is completely outmatched here. So at this point, they are pulling straight character assassination because Rhea has been acting out of character the entire match, and other than that, she just seemed off during the entire course of her entrance, down to the performance in the match. Just little things as a worker you pick out. So they have her go outside here and get in Bianca Belair's face. Totally take her focus off her opponent. Something that Rhea Ripley has not done at all. She's not one to get distracted. So she's going to go ringside and get in Bianca's face here. So Rhea known for having good ring awareness and presence. So she gets, this is of course the way it's scripted to go, I understand. She gets in Bianca's face ringside, which leads to, like I said, her putting hands on Bianca. And she's going to take her, double arm her, shove her right into the chair here. Boom! There she goes. After the confrontation, Rhea goes to get back in the ring. Now, they got to realize, as soon as Bianca puts her hands on, DQ, right there. That's it. And she almost ripped her top off. But that is a disqualification as soon as Bianca touched Rhea. Referee Jessica Carr should have disqualified. And then she does it again. And, of course, Jessica Carr literally does nothing. And as I've said, Rhea seemed completely out of character. I know it was, booked that way, but she's sitting there wasting all this time yelling at Bianca and keeps going back to yelling at Bianca like a heel would do. And Bianca's like, whatever. So she gets her up. She's going to go for the riptide off the top. And, of course, the big muscular heavyweight reverses it. And then it's time for Stand and Wait Theater Part 4, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We get a 6-second fucking spot here. She's got to do 6 fucking seconds to hit her finisher. And, of course, the heavyweight wins over the lightweight Rhea Ripley. Number 1, this guy's obviously a Jey Uso fan. Number 2, I'm guessing he's probably an anime fan as well. So, on the way to WrestleMania, 6 weeks left to go, Iyo Sky wins her first women's championship in WWE. Now, nobody had this on their bingo card going into WrestleMania, seeing Iyo Sky win. And it was she was very happy. Of course, everybody has to cry. Bianca Belair gets another step closer to regaining the women's title. And they've still got the ongoing storyline with her and Jade and Naomi. We're going to find out that Bianca was behind it the whole time just because of the way she reacted when Jade came out. That was obviously planned as a tell, but I think that'll play, and Jade's going to cost her the match at Mania, if I'm right. Kids, of all the things you can be, don't be this guy. Like, this is the dumbest shirt I think I've ever seen. If there's ever been performative, this guy should be at an AEW show. Like, everybody knows that racism is bad and should be condoned. But these shirts, especially this guy, look at this milk toast. Like, I'm fighting it. Like, dude, the only thing like, vaginas dry up when this guy walks into a room, especially with that shirt on. I will absolutely guarantee it.
Yup!
And good old Iyo Sky, of course, she didn't forget the most important thing that any WWE superstar can do. You have to point at the stupid fucking WrestleMania sign. I love when Randy Orton mocked that the other night because that is the dumbest shit. Like, I'm crying and I have to point at the sign. My moment, my WrestleMania moment. She's gonna lose the title. You're just a placeholder. So I don't. Part of me doesn't want to diminish it, but the cynic in me thinks that this is such a ridiculous move that I can't help but mock it. Overall, quality matches out of Rhea Ripley, I have seen a ton over the course of the last few years since she rose to prominence with the Judgment Day and the Daddy Dom angle and all that, and striking out on her own, feuding with Liv Morgan, who those two have elevated each other. But Rhea, to stay on topic here, is a next level female worker. Iyo Sky is not. And I don't care, let me preface this, I don't care about Lucha Underground. I could give two shits about what she did in Lucha Underground because Lucha Underground I don't even recognize or register that on anything. Which, that's just me. You can. I don't give a shit about Lucha Underground. When you've got Chelsea Green working Penta and Iyo Sky working Penta, miss me with that shit. But no, this whole thing is, I know it's for story. I understand. But I just don't see the merit in a triple threat match when all you're going to do is hotshot the title around. Because there's no way Iyo walks out of WrestleMania with the title. I don't believe that's going to happen. Does it go back to Rhea or does it go to Bianca? I don't think it needs to go to Bianca because Bianca is going to have the Jade issue to deal with, which I believe that will cost her the title at WrestleMania. And maybe the match gets thrown out because of Jade's interference, but I don't think that'd happen at WrestleMania. It's not WCW. You know, they're not going to have a fuck finish like that. So, especially in a title match. But the two, to go more into it, the two women's matches last night were lackluster at best. And Iyo Sky, I don't care what you say, barely got a pop. Like, when Rhea Ripley, the crowd was behind her firmly the whole night. And I know what you're thinking, oh, well, it's unpredictable booking and you're just salty. No, because the money is in a Bianca versus Rhea Ripley feud. And if you seriously think, or just sit back and let Triple H cook, you haven't been paying attention to the product the way I have. So I don't think this was a good match. I think this was an ill-advised title change, but I understand the why. I just don't know if it'll work out the way they think it will or not. Now it's your turn. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you think I'm full of shit, if you think I'm right, if you have a theory, the way you think it should go, the way you think it'll play out to WrestleMania, leave them below. If today's the day I've earned it, hit that subscribe button, turn the red button gray, share the video, bitch slap the like button, like we used to say, do all the YouTube things. All the other links are in the description, Patreon channel memberships. If you want to watch Raw with us every Monday night, join as a channel member. You can watch backstage, listen to commentary, and chat back and forth with us, the panel, as we watch Monday Night Raw every Monday right here, 8 Eastern on the channel. That's it. I'm Pete Daddy Dollar from Wrestling with Horror. Have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow if I don't see you. And remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away.